Hey there, how are you doing? I'm back with some new matches, not only for Commoner, but Blitz and even Classic Constructed as well. But we'll start it off with Commoner, of course. Today's battle is between Alex on his Iyslander list, link to the deck tag in the description, and Jan on his Good Luck Kayo. Good luck is not guaranteed. Without further ado, let's look at their starting hands. Alex has a red Wounded Bull, a blue Cold Snap, a blue Frosting and a blue Timekeeper's Whim. Jan's hand consists of a blue Lead the Charge, a yellow Lead the Charge, a red Primeval Bellow and a red Savage Swing. Our contestants roll the dice to see who will start us off. Alex wins and goes first. We start with no surprises as Alex plays his active Wounded Bull as Iyslander starts with less life than Kayo. He pitches a Timekeeper's Whim to pay for it. As he gets to refill his hand as well, Jan blocks all of it with Savage Swing, Lead the Charge and Primeval Bellow. That does it for Alex's turn. He puts a card into Arsenal, both players draw 3 cards and Jan begins his turn. He talks about a window for 5 minutes straight before finally playing a red Bad Beats. He rolls a 2 and so it does nothing. I think the sequencing might be wrong here, but Alex plays a blue Frosting from Arsenal in response to Bad Beats. That triggers Iyslander and she creates a Frostbite token under Jan's control. As he chose to go without Arcane Barrier, he then takes 1 from Frosting. Continuing his turn, a red Predatory Assault hits the mat, which is paid for by a red and a yellow to also pay for Frostbite. Jan rolls a 3 for Kayo's trigger, which halves Assault's damage. In response, Alex activates Waning Moon, pitching a blue. Jan takes 3 and then Alex takes 3 as well. We enter the end phase as the dust settles and Jan draws 4 cards. Jan complains about the Frostbite tokens Iyslander always creates. Alex exclaims that he's disgusted by those baseless accusations as he plays a blue Polar Cap, pitching a blue and showing an Ice Bowl to fuse it. It hits Jan for 2 and since it was fused creates a Frostbite token under his control as well. Alex then puts a card into Arsenal and refills his hand. Back on Jan's turn, he plays a red Smash Instinct, pitching a blue and a red to pay for Frostbite. Its Intimidate triggers and Alex banishes a random hand card until end of turn. Alex then responds with a blue Ice Bowl from Arsenal, pitching a blue. Iyslander creates another Frostbite token under Jan's control and he then takes 3 arcane damage. He then rolls a 6 for Kayo's trigger, which means Smash Instinct now deals 14 damage. After a battle with his brain and thoroughly checking that Jan has no way of dealing more damage, Alex decides to take it all and drops down to 1 HP. He then destroys Spellfire Cloak to gain another resource and activates Waning Moon. Jan takes the damage and is now at 7. His turn is over as he puts a card into Arsenal and replenishes his hand cards. Alex begins by destroying Glacial Horns to freeze Jan's Arsenal card. He then destroys Conduit of Frostburn to destroy that Arsenal card a bit prematurely as he has to deal arcane damage first for that to happen. That arcane damage isn't far behind though as he plays a red Ether Hail by pitching a blue. It deals 4 damage to Jan and is followed by a Waning Moon activation which deals another 2. He puts his remaining card into Arsenal, draws and once again passes to Jan. Now, Jan already knows that there's no way out of this, but he says he wants to go through his turn to see if he gets lucky with Kayo. His master over life and death, Alex says,
"I'll allow it."
And the turn is underway. Jan starts by playing a red Primeval Bellow and discards a Savage Swing at random to pay for it. He then destroys Beaten Trackers to gain another action point. That is followed by Barkbone Strapping being destroyed and he rolls a 6, which gains him 3 resources. A blue Lead the Charge then enters the arena and Goliath Gauntlet is destroyed right after to give his next attack action card 2 additional power. That attack action is a yellow Smash Instinct with an Intimidate trigger, but before it resolves, Alex now feels that he has to respond and plays a blue Winter's Bite from Arsenal. Since he has neither resources nor cards left, it only serves to be able to activate Waning Moon. That is exactly what happens next as Alex pitches yellow to pay for Waning Moon's cost as it deals 3 arcane damage to Jan and takes his last HP. Congratulations to Alex for winning this match. Still feels weird to say that to myself, but I will do it nonetheless. What a high damage match that was. We went from small pokes to "I'ma hit you with a truck" in the blink of an eye. In the end, Alex's life point gamble on Jan's second turn paid off for him. That decision was purely based on the fact that Jan didn't want to run any null rune gear in order to go full throttle. Knowing, or rather believing to know, when to take damage and when to prevent damage is an integral part of Flesh and Blood. And this time Alex's belief gave him the victory. That does it for this episode, so please consider liking the video and subscribing if you enjoyed what you saw here today, because there will be a lot more gameplay and budget deck tech videos for all kinds of formats coming your way. With that said, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next one.